we go.
Hi. How is everybody? Welcome to Kinky Wine Rubber's wine class called Hey, This Wine Ain't So Bad. We're reviewing grocery store wines under $20. And today we're going to be talking about Erath Pinot Noir from Oregon and Josh Cellars Cabernet. So someone's logged in. So this is my product. It's called the Kinky Wine Rubber. This is the packaging. It fits around the neck of a bottle. You get 2 to a pack. They're $12.99. They're sold on Amazon. You can get to the Amazon link by going to kinkywinerubber.com. It is a food-safe silicone that fits between the cork and the bottle, creating an airtight seal. So you can throw your wine in a cooler when you go boating. You can put it in your regular refrigerator if you don't have a wine fridge. Put it back in your wine fridge. Great for any kind of wine. Hi, Tim. Any kind of wine, red, white. You can even do a sparkling if you can find a cork that will go back in the bottle. As long as the cork goes in, you can use a Kinky to save the life of your wine. I'm doing up to 10 days in the refrigerator for this. So that's my product.
I think it's a good cup holder or a coaster.
A coaster. It makes a great bottle coaster. So we have a couple people tuning in. Today we are here at Scotty's Front Street stage.
You got it.
All right. They are just starting to renovate and get it built up. When do you guys plan on opening, Brian?
We're looking as soon as they let us. That's the goal, but we don't know
Okay.
when that is or what's going on. But we probably have another month's worth of remodel and prep and menu and stuff. But,
Awesome.
So
Getting
sometime
close.
this summer for sure.
Yeah. Hi, Roger. I miss you too. We need to go boating so we can use Kinkies. So Roger took my family out boating whenever I started Kinky. My launch was in August. And he's a boat captain.
It was on the
friend of
radio
mine.
show.
Yeah, that's right. Brian did a radio show for me for Kinky. And our cooler didn't have the little cap on it. So I took a baby carrot and a Kinky and shoved it in the hole of the cooler.
Nice.
It worked.
It's a
It
cooler
was
combo.
great. Hey, Molly. Hi, Lindsay. All right, guys. So we have everyone here. So in honor of Scotty, for his opening, we're going to have him savor a bottle of Cava. I'm not going to talk about this wine today, but we're going to watch him savor it. So are you guys ready to watch him work his magic on this bottle?
Oh, this should be great.
All
Come
right.
on, Scotty.
Come on, Scotty. Here we go. I'm going to flip the camera around. And here he comes over here. So here's my bottle that we're using. Here you go.
So which way did we decide to go?
We're going to go this way
Okay.
towards Brian.
Towards Brian.
There's your target is
Put the safety
Brian.
glasses on.
Put safety glasses.
Okay, so he's finding the seam of the bottle. He's going to run the knife. Yep, there you
it
go.
is.
There you go. And you're going to run the knife flat. So,
I'm gonna thumb out of the way.
yep, but put the knife flat against the
No
bottle.
other flat.
That's your flat, like this. All right,
Sure, this will work.
I'm positive.
Confidence. It's as easy as stepping
Should I
on a
race
nail.
You ready? Whenever you're ready. Go faster. There you go. Boom!
Hey, and you got me.
Woohoo!
The bottle broke.
That's what it was supposed to do.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Well done. All right, guys.
Now I'm covered in champagne.
Ah. Well, the champagne's the best thing
Nicely
to be
done.
covered in,
Don't
isn't it?
drink out of that bottle.
I didn't know
right.
it was supposed to break.
It is.
Okay.
So that's how you open the bottle with a knife. We call it savoring. And my camera needs to be a little adjusted. All right, we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and start our wine class. So I hope you guys had fun with the savoring. Everyone seems to enjoy that. And I certainly love teaching people how to do that. Today we're talking.
Scott.
Yay, Scott! Good job. So we're talking about California Cabs today and Oregon Pinot Noirs, two complete opposite of the spectrum on heaviness of wines. So we picked the Erath Pinot Noir from Oregon. This was $15, and I'm gonna have Brian talk about what he smells and tastes. We're gonna teach Brian how to This is kind of down a little bit. Teach Brian how to swirl, sniff, and sip. So Brian, give it a good swirl.
Okay.
I know you know how to drink.
Swirly,
wine.
swirly. Okay.
Swirl, swirl, swirl.
It's swirled.
Give it a good smell. What are any fruits or any smells that come to mind? There's no wrong answer.
I really don't eat fruit, so I have no idea. Smells like wine?
Yep.
There,
yep,
yeah.
that's
Maybe
wine.
a little bit of a pepper, like a black
Yeah,
pepper or something.
It has
but
a little pepper to it. Maybe some like raspberries, strawberries. So like bright.
yeah,
red
one of
fruit.
those berries. It's colored like wine. It's
Yep.
got that kind of whatever.
It
they
has
are.
that. It has
So,
that smell.
Yes.
So this is Oregon Pinot Noir that is from Willamette Valley. Willamette Valley is on the same latitude as northern France, so that's going to have very similar characteristics to Burgundy.
Okay.
So what you're getting is cool climate air. You're getting the ocean breeze, just like here in Key West. So you're going to have cool nights and hot summer days, and the hot summer days is giving those grapes an opportunity to grow, to do a lot of sugar and growth, and then the cool nights is allowing everything to go dormant, and then that gives that grape a good chance to just rest, and then the next day it goes full on growing. So these are Pinot Noir grapes. Pinot Noir is the smallest varietal, smallest in size. So Pinot Noir is from the French words pine and black. So the reason they do that, the reason they called it that, is because the vines look like little pine cones. The clusters look like pine cones, and the grapes are so small that they call it black pine cone, basically.
Wow.
So that is the name for Pinot Noir. And they're very temperamental, small and temperamental. Sounds familiar.
Yes. You play with the glass. Don't cut your finger.
Please don't hurt yourself. You did such a good job of not hurting yourself savoring.
See, it's easier to
Hi,
step on a nail.
Sherry. So today, guys, I am doing a fundraiser for a woman here in Key West. I met her at a food drive on Sunday. She is a single mom in Key West with 3 small children and does not have the opportunity to collect unemployment. So if anybody wants to donate towards her, just please send me money on Venmo or on PayPal. The links are on my description of the video. Again, it's for a mother of 3 small children. Her husband, 3 weeks ago, just left her with no money either. Is not sending her anything, not responding to her. So, trying to help my community a little bit. I was fortunate enough to get my unemployment started this last couple days, so I thank God.
Yeah. That's a relief.
Yeah, such a relief. So let's talk about the Erath. So the Erath is a winery that started in the early 70s, late 60s, and his name is Dick Erath. And so he started making wine in his garage. His first barrel was in his garage. And this area, Willamette, entered their Pinot Noirs in the French wine competitions in the early 70s, got 3rd place. So their quality of wine is really, really nice. It is very similar to French Pinot Noirs as far as New World Pinot Noirs go. So what that means is it's less fruit. California Pinot Noirs tend to be really sweet. Good job, Brian.
I try.
That's perfect. There we go.
There we go.
We'll just drink.
The wind changed directions. We lost connection.
So we're on the top floor of Scotty's, and this is going to be a great venue whenever it opens. I can't wait. They're going to have live music. They have a stage upstairs. They also have a really cool stage downstairs. And what are you guys going to be serving?
Got like island style food. We're going Caribbean. Gonna have some of the classics like the curried lamb. We're gonna go Colombo shrimp and dumplings. We'll have some really homemade fresh jerk chicken, local seafood. We're gonna do all the conch favorites. We'll have conch ceviche or conch salad, whatever you want to call it.
Awesome.
The cracked conch, which is one of my favorites. I
Yeah.
love that. So we'll
Me too.
do that kind of stuff. Then we're also gonna have some good heavy, stuffed cheeseburgers.
Uh-huh.
We'll have, what else are we doing? It's got tacos. Yeah, we have a Churrasco steak taco. we're
Lunch
gonna
and
do.
dinner?
Yeah, lunch, dinner, and then a late night mac and cheese waffles.
Cool.
Yes, lobster
Wow.
mac and cheese,
Very good.
conch mac and cheese. So
That's a big menu.
yeah, it's going to be different. It's going to have
Yeah.
some of your heavy stuff if you're out drinking for the day. It's going to have your
Yeah.
lighter stuff if it's a little hot outside.
Cool.
It's going to be fun.
Cool.
So that's the goal.
That is.
So let's finish up this Pinot Noir descriptor. So
You don't tell me twice.
go ahead and give
Oh,
us.
you made the descriptor. I meant the bottle.
Oh, the bottle. We can do that too.
I thought you were just telling me to finish the bottle.
Please do. We're going to move on to the Josh in a minute, so don't give me too much. That's more than enough. Brian drinks wine like it's water. Well, it used to be.
They call me Jesus.
So let's go back to the area we said was Willamette. The nose is going to pick up different fruits like Ying cherry, a little wintergreen herbs. On the palate, you're going to have fresh, juicy raspberries, huckleberry, which I don't know what huckleberry tastes like.
A painted fence.
I think so. Yep. Blackberry, I know what that tastes like. Warm spice, this is aged for 6 to 10 months in French new oak. And let's see, this is $21, 13% alcohol. Hi Anna, you got your wine. Hi Shelby. Hi Elvin, everyone's tuning in.
Hey, Elvin.
So this is Willamette Valley, Dundee Hills, or Dundee. I always say that wrong. It is Willamette. And the way you remember Willamette, it's Willamette, damn it.
There we go.
There you go.
Can you cuss on this?
I don't see why not.
Okay, just
It's
checking.
Facebook.
All right.
Do they have rules? You can't play music, by the way.
And they got mad at me for showing nipples, even if they were my own.
Well, why don't you some kinkies and cover up your
That's
nipples?
it. It's not Fantasy Fest.
Well, you know, it's Key West, so you can probably be mostly naked.
I probably could.
You could. Kinkies are really versatile, so they also double as little nipple covers. So, like, if you want to lay out topless, go for it, Brian.
I love
Let's
the
see.
fact that she calls these little nipple covers.
Well,
I'm
okay, they're booby.
curious as to about a big nipple cover. That's going to be quite interesting.
If they're green, they're like a fig leaf.
Oh, frisbees.
Oh yeah, there's some kinkies down there. So yeah, try them on.
Yeah, I guess a big nipple cover would cover the male lower nipple. Or whatever. These things are great. The directions on the back are funny. That's the best.
Thank you.
I like the
A
directions on
good
the
friend of
back.
mine wrote those.
They're neat. Got
So
little pictures. This is where
a great video
got it.
or great movie to watch about wine is called Bottle Shock.
yes.
And Bottle Shock. So that's basically when the Oregon Pinot Noirs they went over and presented the.
So the movie was kind of about them, wasn't it? It's
Actually,
a farce of it. But
the
it was-
movie was about
about the
Chateau Montelena Chardonnay.
Sure, I thought it was a white wine.
But Chateau Montelena also mentioned our Cabernet Sauvignon, but they won number one in Chardonnays. So, anyway, I think we've visited enough about the Pinot Noir, so we're gonna finish these glasses really quickly.
There we go.
Cheers.
What is it you said the show you were watching you liked? Where they
Wine
drank the whole
About
thing?
It.
Wine about it.
Wine about it. Does anyone have any questions that's watching about the Pinot Noir? Either the varietal or the region. Be happy to answer any questions if I can about
Actually really,
Pinot.
really good for the price.
Isn't it?
It's got enough flavors to it. It's not heavy. It's not spicy.
It's not sweet. That's my big thing. I don't like sweet.
It's definitely not dry. That's mine. I don't really care for the tannins. Is that tannins?
So let's talk about your palate. Your palate is going to be the tip of your tongue detects sweetness. The top of your mouth detects tannin. So how much tannin is on this? Like on a scale of 1 to 10,
Low.
right? Extremely low.
Yes.
A 3 or a 4, maybe a 4.
Because that's the part that makes me thirsty after I'm done drinking it.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't
It's
care
like
for.
sandpaper.
Yes.
And then the acid is what hits you on the side of your mouth, and then the alcohol is the burn.
Yeah. There's a little bit of there's no burn almost at all. There's a little bit of acidity. Just a
Just
little
a
bit.
touch.
Yep.
And that, like, to me, that says, okay, that's where you find the bright red fruits are very medium low on the acid level. And then the tannin, the indicator of the tannin is really the darkness sometimes of the wine can kind of sometimes give you, because this is, if you look at the color on this is very light ruby.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, this is 13% alcohol, so it's not extremely high. It is delicious.
There we go.
I definitely want some grilled steaks.
Yes.
Maybe some mushroom risotto.
Good,
from
good
Only
churrasco
Way.
steak.
Are they
Oh,
open?
no, they're not. No, it's a shame.
You know who is open is where Off the Hook used to be.
Yes, I've heard. I keep wanting to go there.
Shoot, what is the name of that?
It's a
place?
name. Lulu's?
Lola's.
Lola's. I was close.
Lula's?
Lulu's, Lola's, Lala's,
I read their menu earlier, and they do have like a little mushroom dish.
which is great. I mean, it changes a lot though, or
It does.
normally does. Maybe now they're not.
It's more like a
That-
chef's.
I've been
table
dying to go
kind
in
of
the place, but they seat what 12 people, and you
12
can't get in there.
tables. They seat more than 12 people, but it's great because you can bring your own wine.
And now it's delivery, so
And
now
now-
they can
yeah.
seat as many as they want.
Now you can drink whatever
Sit at
wine
your own
you want.
house.
Do you
Great.
ever use the pouring aerators? I do, Shelby. I use the aerators a lot. I use them to open up a bottle. It's also really helpful, Shelby, whenever you have a bottle of wine that you just don't really think tastes great. I even sometimes aerate it in the blender. It's called hyper aerating. And yeah,
Smoothie.
if you have a
Blended
bottle that
wine.
just kind of tastes like hot garbage, I just put it in the blender, turn it on for 2 seconds, shush, whoop, and then pour it in the glass. It opens up the wine. It completely changes the flavor profile, and it's delicious.
I just make a ragu out of it.
Yeah, or I make a sangria.
Oh yeah, too. I just make
Yeah.
food. If the wine doesn't taste good, you pour
Just
it right
make
in,
sauce.
pour it right in the pasta sauce, and open another bottle.
Yep.
Works great
That's true.
because the wine pulls out the taste of the tomatoes.
Oh,
There's flavors in a tomato that are only alcohol soluble.
really? Look at that, Brian. We keep him around. He
It's
has
a good. It's a good use for crappy
at the
wine.
big
This is
brain
not
on
crappy
Brian.
wine. That's it. I like food.
This isn't crappy wine. It's
No,
really
it's not.
nice.
It's really good wine.
You know.
This would not go in a pasta sauce until it had been open a week without
What's
a
Molly has a question. What's so much better about Pinots from Willamette? Okay, so better would be definitely a preference. Like I wouldn't say better that it's from Willamette, but the reason I personally like Willamette is the soil is volcanic. You have the ocean breeze air, so you're gonna have hot days and cool nights. So that leads to less sugar, and the juice is just going to come out differently. It's not going to come out as sweet. So you're going to have lower alcohol, like this is 13% alcohol. A Pinot Noir maybe from California, a mall that you drink the Angelina, right? I would assume that alcohol level is a little higher, and it's also a little bit sweeter. So I like a little bit lighter of the Pinot Noir, a little spice. I like spice over sweetness. And so on the Oregon Pinot Noirs, you're definitely going to have Meiomi. That's what Molly drinks. Thank you. The Meiomi is definitely more fruit forward, and which is delicious. It just depends on what your preference is. I never want to tell someone that their palate or what they like is wrong, because it just doesn't matter. It's just a matter of opinion. It's not that it's good or bad. It's just what do you like. So find what you like and stick to it. So I love Oregon Pinot Noirs. I love French Pinot Noirs, but currently unemployment, it doesn't offer the budget for French Pinot Noirs that I was
rubber.
hoping.
Can't get French Pinot Noir with food stamps.
You cannot.
Darn.
You can't get any wine with food stamps, Brian.
That's horrible.
Or beer.
But it's a fruit.
rude.
It's a
It's a
fruit.
fruit.
It's food group.
I agree. Can we write a petition?
Can we get French food stamps? They might let you get French Pinot Noir.
I think that's a
Maybe we could do it. Wonder what the exchange rate is
I don't know.
from Florida food stamps to French food stamps.
Well, let's find out.
Look that up. That would be worth doing.
Who do we know in France?
Oh,
Are you
oh.
going to look it up for us?
Mhm.
Okay. We have
Our producer Spencer.
I have a producer now, guys. 3 shows and I have a producer.
Yes, he's been running the Zoom trolley.
What's the Zoom trolley?
Because when you asked him to zoom,
Oh, yeah,
he trolleys
he
it forward
runs-
and backwards. It's great. We need to zoom in or out.
He's also
he
my
runs the trolley.
cameraman.
He's the
I
camera.
have
He's
I
the-
have a crew now.
He's the grip. He's everybody.
My cousin in South America would be so proud. He's a movie producer, and a
Nice.
TV producer. Yeah. So one of them. I only have 40 cousins.
So if we want to hide the taxes, we should exchange Florida food stamps for South American food stamps and let him do the French ones. Kind of like
Okay.
smuggling Rome.
Okay.
We should do that.
I always say okay to Brian's crazy
The-
ideas because
The wine
they're
triangle.
profitable somehow.
The wine triangle.
He's usually right. I found that out so far.
It's scary, isn't it?
It's scary
I know.
how much Brian knows.
It's the wine.
He already finished his wine. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna
You
have
told
chug
me
mine.
to.
I know, but I'm trying to finish mine. Okay, well, I'll start.
I overpoured.
Well, then you're going to do the swirl, sniff, sip on this one, and you're going to
good
talk
Lord.
about what you taste. So, this is Josh Cellars. So, give it a good swirl, Brian. Swirl it around. No, that's not a swirl.
Swirl,
Yeah.
then sniff.
Swirl,
I got
sniff,
confused.
sip. I know.
The 13% got me.
He's a smart guy, but simple things are confusing. Okay, now sniff it. Okay. Anything you
It smells way different.
So, way different in what way?
Yes.
This is the Josh Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon. And
No pepper. It's almost got a little bit of an alcohol smell to it.
that's because you need to swirl it more. Here, let me see your glass. I'll swirl it for you.
It's really cold. Be careful.
That's okay. So,
It's like
swirl
all
it
the
on
fat
the
people just
table.
jumped in the wave.
I don't know if everyone can see this, but if you swirl it on the table, it goes way better for you. And this, Shelby, is where an aerator would come in handy. So now smell. And open your mouth when you smell. It's a
That's very
complicated trick.
confusing.
I know.
Now play the didgeridoo.
So, does it smell? What does it smell like?
I still don't get any pepper.
Okay.
It smells almost like a sweeter maybe, but
It's going to be darker
The
fruit.
alcohol
So
part's
yes, you're
gone.
right. It's going to be sweeter because why is it sweeter? It's from California.
there you go.
Californians are going to be sweeter wines. They're going to have more sun. This is Napa.
It's all fruits and nuts, right? Isn't that what they say about California?
Fruity wines and nutty people.
Yes.
Oh,
I've been there. It's true.
is it true?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, you got the Jean Bouchard. You can get whichever wines you want, but oh yeah, French. I did the same thing. Don't worry, and it's my show.
What's
so,
that?
She said she got a French Pinot Noir.
Nice.
But so, let me.
You're allowed to drink your mistakes here. That's the next level. Training.
That's true. So here we go for. I'm going to just go ahead and talk about Cabernet. So
Like that.
Cabernet. Here's a fun fact.
Okay.
Cabernet is a hybrid grape. Can you guess which two
You can
grapes?
plug it in and it uses gasoline, like your car?
Yes.
Okay.
Which two things did you plug in? It is.
It's way too early to put that on the
Damn it!
internet.
I set myself up all the time for shit like this.
Well done, I like this
Thanks.
show.
It's all right.
Now it's kinky.
We all went there, so it's okay.
I know.
Just went
I'm
full
sitting here
kinky.
with three men. What do you think they thought? Okay.
Oh, we lost
So
one.
Cabernet Sauvignon
Oh,
is
different
a
channel.
hybrid of Cab Franc and Sauvignon Blanc. Did you guys know that? Isn't that a great little fact? This is why I'm a wine nerd. I like these.
And they got rid of the
stupid
onk
things.
parts because that's a really weird thing to say.
Which oh the
Blanc
Franc?
and the Franc.
Oh. And
They
who?
got rid of that crap. That's weird.
This is what you come up with. This is
and
what goes
onk.
through his brain.
Oh, that's just horrible.
No onks. Just
No onks. This is
Yeah.
onk-free wine.
onk-free wine. So the major regions for Cabernet is number 1 France, number 2 Chile, number 3 USA. There are other
California and
countries.
Washington and
So
somewhere else.
USA, you can have probably a cab vine almost anywhere. They're more durable than
Would they grow
Pinot
right there?
Noirs.
Because we could do that.
You absolutely could go grow cab right there. Let's do it.
There we go. Sell them over.
So, factoids are fun, Patty.
Yeah,
So,
just sell them here.
main
Just across the street.
characteristics of a cab is going to be black cherry, black currant, blackberry, tobacco, licorice, vanilla, and violets. I've never
eaten a violet.
eaten a violet. My mom used to always grow them. They do smell beautiful.
Like the Willy Wonka violet? She was
Yeah.
underage.
She did.
That's
Didn't
just
she
weird.
blow up and die?
We're not French priests.
Well, they said no. They squeezed her.
Mm.
Yes.
They sent her to the juicing room.
Yes, but they didn't say what they did to juice
Yeah,
her.
that's true.
I don't
See?
want to know what
It's
they
kinda
did to
creepy.
juice
Yep,
violet.
it
on
is.
Willy
Violet, you're
Wonka.
turning violet.
Right?
So
So, interesting fact that France is the main producer of Cab, right? So that's Bordeaux.
okay.
And Bordeaux is never going to give you a Cab, just 100% Cab. Because they're like the best at mixing wines, so they're always going to mix in a little something else. So Bordeaux is going to usually mix Cab and Merlot, One side of Bordeaux is going to mix Cab Heavy, Merlot Light. The other side of the river, Merlot Heavy, Cab Light. So the #1 Cab location for the U.S. is going to be California. Napa, Sonoma, Mendocino. So that's where this Josh Cellars is: Mendocino, Napa, and Sonoma. And this guy, his name is actually, lost my little sheet. Anyway,
I don't see it.
he is, his father's name was Josh. And, yep, thanks. And Joseph Carr, his father was Josh. His father was his personal hero, so he named his wine after his father. They only started making wine in 2005. So this is kind of a newer winery, and their first varietal that they played with was Cabernet.
They've got a couple though, I
They
noticed.
do. They
They've
do.
expanded.
And the thing I like about Josh is it's available on Instacart, which is where I get my groceries these days. I get my groceries delivered, and you can order wine and booze on Instacart.
Oh,
It's pretty great. So I order my tequila and my wines and my groceries all at the same time.
I mean, where do they physically? Any idea where they find them?
What?
I mean, you order it online and it shows up, but they don't. Do they mail it to you, or does somebody go pick it up at a store?
It's from Publix.
Okay, cool.
Locally.
There you go.
So Josh
So
Cellars.
if you feel like leaving your house, you can probably find this at Publix.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yay!
Good job, Brian.
I
So
had
you-
to interpret it for the old people.
Thank you. I know, I speak kind of. Brian speaks Angela. So Josh Cellars is available at Walmart even, which is interesting.
Might as well go to
I
Cuba and get
guess.
rum. That's closer.
It is closer,
It is.
isn't it? It's 60 miles.
Yeah.
Walmart's like
90.
118
It's
miles.
upside down.
No, it's 91. Thank you. I am dyslexic.
You're looking at the map the wrong way.
No, I'm just dyslexic.
That too.
So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to swirl it and sniff it and tell
Sorry, I
you
keep
what
distracting.
I smell. You are distracting.
That lets it.
So I
That
smell
lets
the
it
current
oxygenate
for
it,
sure.
breathe, or whatever.
It does.
I'm here to
So-
help your wine breathe.
That aerates it. So whenever you swirl it, the alcohol sits on the wine like a fog, and so whenever you swirl it, it kind of lifts that fog off, so you
That's
can
why
actually smell
after
the
you
wine.
did it, I didn't taste I didn't smell the alcohol coming out.
Great.
Nice.
So the black currant is really pronounced on this, and I think even a little bit of the tobacco. What do you think? Do you smell
There's a little hint of
cigarettes?
something. Not a cigarette, a real tobacco. It's more of a like a
Cuban
Connecticut wrapper, a real light tobacco.
What's a Connecticut wrapper?
Do you know when you buy a cigar, you get the dark, the light. You know, you look at a cigar color.
Yeah.
The lightest ones, the beige ones, that's the lightest wrapper,
Oh.
and it's a Connecticut wrapper. It's usually a lighter cigar taste.
Interesting.
And so,
Is that what you roll a blunt with?
no idea.
Okay.
I can't afford the pizza. I don't smoke weed. So, I chose alcohol and specialized. An occasional cigar here and there.
There you go.
But yes, it's more of a Connecticut wrapper. It's a very light cigar. It definitely doesn't smell like an old ashtray, so it's not a
Right.
cigarette.
It's nice. It has a nice.
It's not one of those douche hookah vape tobaccos.
I don't like those
No,
either.
it's not that crap
They
either.
smell terrible.
So no, it's it's more of, I would say, a really
Great.
light cigar.
Real light cigar, and that's going to be coming from the French oak. It's that smell, and the winery says bold, expressive, unassuming, and approachable.
That sounds like some marketing guy who's never
I know,
drank.
right? I know, they usually are.
Yep.
But I
I
think
was a
it's
nerd
good
with a
one.
keyboard.
And does anyone have any questions? I'm happy to answer. I'm trying to watch the screen and talk and get distracted by Brian's
It's my job.
nonsense over here. It is your job. That's why I invited you. So this bottle is $15. It's a great price point.
It is.
You know, and it's not a factory wine. They do a really good job with their production. It's it's a good quality product. I know that they do a mass volume, but definitely not something that is overly produced. And it has on the palate. I'm going to give it a little sip here. I taste like black cherries, cinnamon, some little like baking spices in there are really great too. So
Very un-California for a cab. You know how much I love Cabernets.
Yeah.
I avoid them at all costs.
yeah,
This is very drinkable.
It is. It's
So it's
not overly tannic.
no, it doesn't.
It has a little bit of a raspiness to the top of your tongue, but not. It doesn't pucker everything. It doesn't dry your whole mouth out. So the best food with this, for anything tannic, go with a fatty food, a fatty juicy burger, a marbly steak.
This
what
is
else?
lighter. This is more one of those like a. This would be more like a salad with meat on it.
Salad
I don't
with
think
meat?
this.
Yeah.
I think a steak would really make this taste like grape juice. So you almost need
Maybe.
like a sliced something thinner on it, something lighter. 'Cause
Okay.
that one would hold up very well with, or this one would hold up very well with
With the steak.
a steak or a pork
Yeah.
chop or something with flavor. This one I think needs something flavorless under it, like vegetables.
Like vegetables. Oh, let's see. I'm liking the softness of the Erath. I can drink without a heavy feeling. I agree. The Erath is super light bodied. So it is, I call those porch wines, or porch pounders, where you can just sit around and drink that wine all day on the porch. What else can we talk about for cabs? Does anyone have any questions? Brian, do you have any questions about the wine? You know, notice I asked about the wine.
I know. I like it. I like the wine. It's actually
Good.
one of the drinkable cabs, and like I said, it's just my least favorite wine.
Varietal.
Varietal
Yeah.
wine is
I
cab.
have a least favorite too.
What is it?
Chardonnay.
Yeah, I know. I'll tolerate that, but that doesn't count as a wine.
Why?
It's just an alcoholic 7-Up.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it just
I accept
doesn't.
your opinion.
You know, and some are different and all that, but it just doesn't.
You know what? I think Pinot Grigio is the water of wine.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably even worse.
I mean, if you're thirsty, just
That's
have
like
a
the
glass
Sierra
of Pinot
Mist.
Grigio. It is. No, it's like club soda.
Ooh, yeah, I don't drink that crap.
Oh, I love club soda.
What?
Oh, I love sparkling. Anything bubbles. Yeah. Yeah.
Then you drown and get the bends at the same time. No, avoid soda water at all costs.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
see?
love soda water.
Yeah. What are you guys drinking? Our behind the scenes guys.
Oh, our behind the scenes guys.
They
So,
picked their bottle under 20.
Let's see what my staff is drinking.
Yes.
Spencer brought. We're drinking Dark Horse.
Let me see the bottle.
Dark Horse.
Bring it over here.
So the owner and the producer,
Like the apocalypse.
they're managing to suffer through and drink the $20 wines with us.
They are.
Life is hard.
Thank you guys,
Patty,
for
I
not
agree
drinking
that
the
it's
$200
well
bottles.
balanced. The Josh is well balanced and definitely something that's not too sweet, which I appreciate in the California Cup. What's a favorite wine in Key West on a Friday night? Ooh,
It's more quantity than label.
that depends on who you are.
And where you're drinking and what you're doing. I mean, if you've been out in the sun all day, I tend to go with more of a rosé, and I like
I
the
agree.
provincials, the less sweet style.
Yeah.
But if I'm starting my day and I've just had a shower and I'm getting ready to go out to eat, I'll do depending on what I'm going to eat. You know, you
Okay.
do something like this if you're going with something, you know, with a decent meal. If you're going Italian and heavy, a lot of
Yeah.
times I'll start with a zin, a real red zin, to get some spice in,
Yeah.
to cut that pasta I'm getting ready to pound.
That's a
So
good idea.
just kind of depends.
I agree. It does depend. It depends on what you're doing. My friend Sherry says her favorite wine is tequila.
That's a good one.
That's, I like to start my night, like if I'm going out for a whole night out, I like to go have a martini or a tequila drink. I like to go to the Saint Hotel and have Elvin make me a cocktail.
Elvin's got a wrath, which is really funny. It's kind of similar to this. Elvin does a really good mixed drink called a wrath. that
Really?
he does for me. It's got berries and crap. It comes out to be this color.
Crap.
I don't know what it is, but it's really
I'm
good.
sure Elvin loves it. You said that.
Elvin knows the berry
He
names. I
does.
don't.
And then, or I like to go to Agave and have a nice tequila drink.
The margarita you got me at
Where were we?
the Roost, where you had to put in the.
Oh my God, that's the Maria Rita.
Yes, but you substituted in
Oh yeah.
the mezcal.
Mezcal.
Oh my God, that
Makes
was
it nice
good.
and smoky. Yeah.
Yes. Talk about
There's
yeah.
Elvin says, oh yeah. Yeah, Elvin's one of our favorite bartenders here in Key West. He
Yes.
makes some good cocktails.
He does.
And then I like to move on to like Bubbles, because that's a palate cleanser.
I thought that was a hooker.
Bubbles? I don't
She
know
was a
her.
hooker. No, me neither.
Well, I don't really.
I thought she was a stripper.
Tom knows all the
These
strippers and
boys,
hookers.
I'll
Where is
tell
she?
you what, it's a whole different vibe having a male guest on my show. So these boys are drinking this. It's called Dark Horse Cabernet. It is from California, Modesto. And let's read the back of it just for fun. The unexpected winner. For us, winning means bringing you exceptionally crafted, well-balanced wine that over-delivers on your expectations. We do this by working side by side with 400 of California's finest grape growers to earn the first pick of their harvest. We taste our wines over 100 times before you pour your first glass. The result? A bold cab with notes of plum, hints of oak, and a smooth finish. Can you boys say that is what you're drinking in your glasses behind the scenes?
Does that sound good?
That's pretty much what I was going to say.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I can read his notes from here, and that's what he wrote.
It is. Oh my gosh.
So, what is your
Excellent.
friend that you were saying a friend of yours drinks this almost exclusively?
Yeah, a friend of mine in Nashville recommended that bottle.
And what's he's a musician of some kind,
He's a
right?
musician,
What's
yeah.
the band?
It's the Devin Dawson Band.
Okay.
He's the artist. But
He's Devin Dawson, or you
he's
made
in
up
the
that
band.
name?
He's in the
Okay.
band. Yeah.
And
So the Devin,
this
he's
is
in
his
the-
wine?
It's not his wine.
Oh, it's just his wine of choice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
okay.
he's in the band, and I guess
And that's the name of his band, Dark
to the point where they
Horse?
named an album after this wine. So he
That's
drinks.
the name of their
Wow.
album.
That's brand
Yes.
support.
Yes. So he
Wow.
named in Nashville, and I don't think he has anything to do with the winery at all. He just
You just
wine.
like the wine.
They named an album after the
Hardcore,
wine.
man.
Was it
The best
Devin
wine
who?
I've heard of on a Friday night is what kind of boat do you have? That's a wine? Robbie, explain that to me. I'm kind of confused.
It's not a wine.
He says the best wine I've heard on a Friday night. Oh, maybe he's making a joke. I don't get it.
It doesn't sound even that. I was thinking this boat is too small would be a wine. But what kind of boat do you have that's just digging for gold?
You think?
So what do we want to do next week? Next week I'm going to be at Bo Sharp's house. He's a friend of mine here in town. He likes to come to my wine classes. I'm going to go hang out on his front yard with him and drink wine.
On his front yard,
On
on
his
his
front
boat.
yard.
What kind of boat does he have?
I don't know. What kind of boat does he have? He just got married.
Oh, so never mind. What
Yeah.
kind of boat did he have?
Yeah, no, he doesn't have one anymore.
I'm sure he might. Maybe I think we're going to do some summer wines. We're kind of getting into maybe like a little rosé.
Oh, now you're talking about language.
Right, a
That's
little
that's
rosé next week, and
Ease into the alcohol.
maybe I'm gonna do a French rosé from Provence because those are the only ones I like.
Yes.
And then a white. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at my budget. I like Italian whites; those are never $20, but you never know.
Let me know. I may join in with the rosé part of it.
Okay.
So that's
All right.
yeah. I don't do a beer, but after a nice hot day of watching work,
Oh, my friend Anna says Washington wines. Okay, Anna, let's do a Washington wine. Which varietal should we pick for a Washington wine for next week? So I want a rosé and a white. So how about you guys tell me what to pick, the varietal at least, and I will
are there
find.
varietals of rosé?
Actually, yeah, you can do a Pinot Noir rosé. My wine friend, I call him a friend. He's really not my friend. I mean, we're acquaintances. I just really like him a lot. I think he's really cool.
And now he knows.
Well, that's
My name
okay.
is BC.
He knows. He knows I adore him. He's a winemaker bee. So his name's Andre Mack, and he does Washington wines. And he does Love Drunk is a really good rosé that he does that I enjoy, and it's a Pinot Noir rosé. It's good. And Provence is good. Why don't we just do? How about Washington rosé versus French rosé? That sounds like fun. Then it's rosé all day.
And then we get to drink 2 bottles.
Rosé all day.
I like rosé all day.
Cheers.
You can't rosé all day if you don't rosé in the morning.
Oh, okay. So we need to
Rosé
start
and
with
bacon.
Sparkling.
We can do that too.
Okay.
Oh, sparkling rosé.
Brilliant.
No wonder you're
I
the
agree.
wine person.
The wine goddess.
That too.
You know, I changed my Facebook name to Wine Goddess just because
Yeah.
I didn't want my
That's all I
last
know
name
you
on
as.
there. I know most people don't really actually know what my last name is here in Key West.
Gee, why?
That makes your mom what? Wine queendom?
No, don't.
What is a goddess's mom?
I don't think goddesses have moms.
Mrs. Zeus?
I
You
think
have a
she'd
mom.
be-
I've met her.
I she said, "Oh,
It's like
I
noon
remember
there. She's still
Brian.
drinking
He
rosé."
did your radio show for your grand opening." I said, "Yeah." So, well, kids, does anyone have any questions or have any online want to ask me any questions? But
I heard a rumor of a third bottle that breaks the bank. Should we do a post thing of the above $20 if you win the lottery? You forgot it? Look at that. Nice.
No.
You forgot it. Never mind.
But I did bring that kava that's really good. That's
You did?
sitting over there getting warm. You should put it in the.
Oh, I didn't think it was drinkable after Scotty touched it.
Absolutely. So whenever you
Gotta bring it back over.
savor,
Let's put it back in
Avoid the glass, that's all.
well,
Just put it
no.
back in
So
the
what
ice.
happens whenever you savor
got
a
an ice
bottle?
bucket right here.
There's no glass in there
It goes.
because of
That's what hit me in the leg.
the pressure of the. Oh, it did hit your leg.
There was a splatter of thing. You told him to aim for me. He
I
did well.
did.
You gotta think who did this here.
I got it.
Good job. I think you did a beautiful job. Yeah, cool. So we're just gonna sit out on this porch and watch sunset. Do you guys? Let me show you the view from this.
Oh, there you go.
Place where I am. So this is again. I'm gonna introduce you to Scotty.
Hello, folks. Thanks for
So-
watching.
This is Scotty. He has moved to Key West, bought a really awesome location. It used to be the Rum Barrel.
Used to be the Rum Barrel.
And
It's been a while. It's
It's
been
on
about 4 years.
Front Street.
It's on Front Street.
Front Street in Simonton, and he is going to turn it into an amazing venue for musicians to come and play, and some awesome food. And I'm going to turn the camera around and show you this upstairs where we're at. And it is under construction, so just kind of keep that in mind. So beyond the Kinky Wine page, banner, you're going to have a little ocean view. This is going to be great for weddings, for parties, and then even, I'm going to turn it here, you're going to have nice sunset view. There's a really big bar that they're working on, and there's even another side, I'm not going to go, but if you go over here, it's equally as large. So you're going to have all this space. Do you want to
Lots
talk
of fun
about it at
stuff
all?
over there. We're probably going to have some outdoor pool tables, outdoor shuffleboard tables.
Awesome.
Like I said, I want this to be a fun place, not like a stuffy place.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a good time.
It's going to be like
It's fun.
hanging out at your friend's house.
Beach party.
Beach party.
All about the beach party.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for having me today.
No problems. I'm happy you guys showed up.
Yeah, we had a good time. All right, guys, thank you for joining. I appreciate you tuning in to my silly little show. And if you do have a chance to donate, if you have any extra bucks that you want to share with this woman that I'm supporting this week, she is a single mom of 3 now. Her husband left her about 3 weeks ago and left her with 3 small children. She's not eligible for unemployment, and every penny that you send to me, I'm going to give to her and try to help her out with some bills and with those kids. I know that she got groceries yesterday at St. Mary's of the Sea, and if she has an electric bill that can be paid, I actually am going to call Keys Energy and see if she has any back bills. I'd like to try to pay them myself before I give her the cash. So I'm going to pay as many of her bills as I can before I can give her the cash, and then give her whatever I have left over. So I hope that we have some supporters for this really nice young lady, and thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I can't wait for Scotty's to open. It's going to be a really fun spot for all of us to hang out, and whenever you guys come to town, if you're not here. But I will see you next Wednesday, and it is going to be Rosé, Washington versus Provence. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.